Our observer reports indicate that polling stations subsequently were opened and voting commenced later in the morning. We commend the efforts so far by the security agencies in restoring calm, thus enabling IEBC to commence polling. We urge the Minister for Internal Security to deploy additional security to restore and maintain peace and calm in the affected areas and potential hotspots. In terms of poll books malfunction, we have received reports of malfunctioning and or absence of electronic poll books in 8% of the stations observed. We are, however, happy that IBC, as a backup, made provision for the use of hard copy registers to enable manual identification of voters, thereby ensuring that the voting process did not stall. Both registers are official and either may be used to identify a voter. However, Elog is concerned that this could potentially slow down voter identification and by effect increase the time a voter takes in order to cast their ballot. In terms of observers inside access to polling station, in the early hours of the morning, some Elog observers were denied access into polling station by presiding officers for reasons that they lacked stamped IBC letters, and in some stations, presiding officers asked for oaths of secrecy. We note that the requirements for observers in this election are an accreditation badge and a letter of appointment by an accredited organization, which in our case is the Elections Observation Group. This confusion, therefore, is largely attributed to inconsistent communication to the presiding officer by IEBC. Elog would like to call for a speedy resolution of any pending issues which may bar observers from accessing the polling stations. We would especially call on IEBC to expedite its communication between the headquarters and its officers on the ground. It's our hope that observers will be allowed free access to observe the entire voting process, and more particularly the counting process, which is sacrosanct to the integrity of the process and validity of the results. We, however, commend IEBC for their efforts in resolving this situation and thus allowing observers to access the polling station. In conclusion, Elog is committed to its mandate and will remain vigilant and diligent in serving Kenyans by comprehensively monitoring and observing the electoral process and providing impartial and objective reports and recommendations. We take this opportunity to congratulate Kenyans for turning out early in large numbers. We appeal to them to exercise patience. May God bless you and God bless Kenya.